ready to get started?
Let's go.
Let's.
Leanne is actually going to kick us off. Thank you, Leanne, with shout out. So, y'all take a moment, grab a pom pom.
Your palms. Get ready to celebrate. We have a lot of celebrating to do today. I hear somebody.
Is it,
Oh, you know what it is?
what is it?
It's a audio message from Allie that's playing because I have your text pulled up. Somehow I hit play on an audio message. I was like, someone's talking. Who is that? Okay, sorry. Way distracted. Hey, here we go. Let's celebrate new VIPs from this past week. Tiffany Rodriguez, Kelly Brown, Emma Norris, Mary Carmen Ascari, and Erica Falcon. Yay! Way to go, ladies. And we have some women who pulled off three new VIPs from this past week. There's three of them. The first one is Daniela Murillo. Yeah, way to go. Maria Duran. Yay, Maria. And Elsie Fonseca. Way to go, Elsie. Exciting things. And now we get to celebrate for the whole month of May the things that happened. There are a few people who enrolled three, therefore earning their Plexus hat. Allie Hostin. Yay, Allie. Elsie Fonseca. Yay, Elsie. Julie Sharoma. Yay, Julie. Maria Durand. Yay, Maria. And Daniela Murillo. Yay. And then there are two women who not only earned the Plexus hat, but also earned the $400 cash bonus. And that is Elsie Fonseca. Way to go, Elsie. I don't even know if she's here. And Daniela Murillo. Yay, Daniela. And our top enroller of the month with 9 new VIPs is Daniela Murillo. So exciting. Way to go, ladies. What an awesome month. I
I
don't
love,
picking it too, but yes.
I
All
think
that.
Michelle. And then she's,
Okay.
I
I know
think,
it's basically me kicking it off and kicking it off, but it's.
wait, no, it's me, everyone.
Oh, you have one more, Allie. You have one more.
Y'all, y'all, this one's an exciting one, okay? And it's a big deal. So I'm making sure, hold on, she's on here. This girl, I'm going to actually announce what she earned, and then I won't tell you who it is because I think that's fun. Sometimes it just mix it up. Y'all, this woman here, okay, earned a trip to Mexico for two people, 4 nights, 5 days. Airfare covered. Yes, please. And had to have 12,000 credits to make this thing happen. I don't even know how the credits were broken down, but that's a lot of credits. 18 VIPs, 16 of them had to live in the country of Canada, and only 50 people can win it. And she be one of them. And her name is Daniela Murillo. Daniela! Yes, my friend, we see you. We see you. We are so stinking proud of you. That is incredible. I cannot wait to. When did you go on this trip? I don't know this part.
November.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Just in time to.
Just in time to peace out on that cold weather. Go to the beach.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, everyone.
So proud of you, friend. Okay, now I'm kicking it over to Michelle.
That is so incredible. I am so amazed. And Danielle, I keep seeing your name like enrolled someone, enrolled someone, enrolled someone. So you've been working hard, sister. So
Michelle,
proud
can
of
I
you.
say something really quick?
Yes, of course.
All of the girls in Canada, at some point, if I'm not mistaken, were in that pool, and it was intense. Some of them had the credits, but didn't have the enrollments. And at some point, they were in that pool of the top 50. So seriously, it was tough. So I'm really proud of everybody up there. But yes, Daniela was like, psh.
That's incredible. You guys, it is hot in Canada, and I don't mean the weather. It is hot. You guys are amazing. Well, listen, I wanted Cami to share a little bit tonight we've been talking about doing in-person events and how this is kind of the thing, you guys. Like, this is the thing that is really bringing life into people's businesses. And Allie shared a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago maybe, some tips for doing a vendor event. And Cami took those to heart. And she just had her event this past Saturday. And I asked her to share some of the things that she experienced there, some things she learned, she took away from Allie and implemented, and then maybe some things she would do differently. So, you guys put on your ears, take some notes, because truly, I think this is something that is proving to be a really important part of our business. So, Cami, thanks so much for sharing tonight.
Yay. Okay, so I want to start by saying that every time we talk about doing things in person, I freeze just a little bit because I know everybody's right when they say it, but it's not even so much in person did used to terrify me because I think I just honestly wasn't super comfortable talking about plexus in person, and I didn't feel like I had the right facts. But I feel like I've kind of gotten past that a little bit because I've been doing it for so long now. But it's more how, like where, how. Like if I just try to invite people to my house, they don't come. And then it just, man, that feels so deflating. And so it's like how to get people in person. And so I don't know. I've just been really brainstorming these last several months and really, probably since January, just really wanting to do things differently in my business and get creative. And so I just happened, I don't even remember how I found this vendor event, but I think I stumbled across it on Facebook, and it's in the town right next to my town, which is like 20 minutes away. One of the issues that I'm having right now is like a new, like the market of people that I'm marketing to locally. I am in a very small town, which I have for years known that there are women that are very successful in this business that have broken through the small town barrier type of thing. But our small town in particular is just a very odd town. And so I've just, from doing this as long as I have, I'm like, man, I just don't even know if there's a whole lot of local people here that I want to do this with. And so it's just really presented a challenge. But Jason was like, Tullahoma is 20 minutes down the road and it's a different market of people. And I was like, you're right. And so anyway, I'm trying to kind of get in there. And so when Allie shared her tips 2 weeks ago, I was like so excited because so much of what she shared, I would not have thought about. So the number one thing that she said that I 100% took to heart was to be in front of your booth, which I wasn't always in front, but I was up, and I was, and to engage the people, to not sit and wait for the people to come to you. And y'all, this was such a small event. Like there was only like 15 people there in the Hobby Lobby parking lot, like 15 vendors. And so it wasn't even a big event at all. So I was like, man, I don't even know if there's going to get a lot of foot traffic or whatever. But I was really paying attention to the other vendors there, and they were sitting behind their tables, phones, looking at their phones when nobody was up, waiting for people to come to them. Now, one of them in particular was like a Scentsy rep and stuff. I saw people walking around with her little bag. She sold some products, but we are a different type of, we're different. Like we are not Scentsy. We are not have all these products here that somebody can just purchase and walk away. And so, I felt like it was so important for us to be the ones that engage the people. And I'm telling you, had I have waited behind my booth, I don't think I would have had, I don't even know who would have just come up to me to talk to me. So every person that walked by, I tried to say, hey, have you ever heard of plexus? Which was awesome because I guess my voice, I think it's a pretty loud voice, but I don't think that most people think it is because everyone was like, huh? And they walked closer. And I was like, have you heard of plexus? And so that always, I was shocked. I think the thing that encouraged me the most was that probably 90% of the people that I asked that question to were like, no. And you would think that would be discouraging. But to me, I've been doing this for 4 years. I feel like we post on social media. I've been posting on social media for 4 years. you feel like you're saying the same thing over and over again and nobody wants what we have. And to come across 35 to 40 people that literally were like, nope, I've never heard of Plexus, was like huge to me, because I'm like, there's a whole bunch of people that we haven't even spoken to yet, that don't even know we're out there. So that was the first really encouraging thing to me. So I had the other thing that Allie said to do that I did is I had a giveaway. Michelle helped me. Let me add this little tip in because this was huge to me. Michelle and I live 8 hours apart, I think. And she was like, man, I wish there was a way to support you. She sent me, we were talking on the phone one day and I didn't have all of the flavors of everything that I necessarily wanted. She sent me flavors of things that I didn't have. She sent me just a little glass Plexus water bottle that I stuffed some of those samples in. I went and bought a Starbucks gift card the day before the event, stuffed that in there. She provided me with my whole giveaway, basically. The samples that I needed. It reminded me that this is what I can do for someone even when I don't live beside them. I can still love on people and pour into my team even if they're not local. So anyway, I had that little giveaway. And this is my little form, and I can send it in there. I literally made this on a Microsoft Word document. I put on there their name, their address, phone number, email. And then I had them circle whether they had a Facebook, whether they had an Instagram. And I put, if you could change one thing about your health, what would it be? This right here, I counted, I think I had 28 people fill this out. Gold. I went through on Sunday yesterday and I friended everybody on Facebook that I could find, because if they said I tried to find them on Instagram. What I will do next time is I will ask them what their Facebook name is, because there were a few people that I was like, I thought about doing that, but then I was trying to make it really quick for them to fill out. But there were a few people that I was like, where are they? I can't find them. So this is huge, because this is my way to connect with them now. This was the other thing that I did. Like Allie had mentioned, business cards. I could not find anywhere in my small little town that prints business cards the same day. So I went on Microsoft Word, and made my own little business card. And super easy. They have templates, and it is the most basic, ridiculous thing. But I put on there my phone number, my email, where to find me on Facebook, where to find me on Instagram. And so I gave almost everyone one of these. And I got more bold as I was like, here, have a business card, have a business card, have a business card, So that was huge. And Michelle also sent me some catalogs. I don't know if Plexus even still sells where you can, okay, perfect. Because buy a bunch of those. I only had 5. Those ran out like that. Several people asked if they could have a catalog. And so that's a huge, it sounds so crazy to me because we're all online, but I could not get over how many people wanted something that they could look at and touch. And so those went very quickly, and I will have more of those next time too. So I think the thing that it just gave me a lot of life and a lot of energy. I had probably 3 or 4, I don't know. I think I set aside, I totally picked my giveaway. I was just like, oh, I remember her. I'm going to this is the one. And she didn't have a Facebook either. That's why I was like, that's the one, because I can't really connect with her on there. And so, but I had several people that were like, this is what I've been looking for. And that was really encouraging. Now, I did not make one sale on Saturday, and I really wanted to, because it was the 31st and I had 2 enrollments last month. And if I had made that 3rd enrollment, I would have got that hat and I would have went Fast Start Silver and all the things. And I was really tempted to come home and message these people, and a couple of them had even said, are you going to be here till 4? I might come back, blah, blah, blah. But I made myself wait, because I feel like what we have, the benefit of this is relationship building. The purpose of getting in person with people is not for us. I'm not saying a sale like Allie made a sale that day. Awesome. We're going to have those random days where you're going to have somebody that's going to instantly trust you. but we are a health and wellness company. This is something I just really thought a lot about the last week. We're a health and wellness company. We are asking people to trust us with their health. There are a million things out there that are saying a million different things when it comes to health and wellness, and these people do not know who to trust. And if you're anything like me, like I'm not trusting just anybody with what I put in my body. So makeup, hair care, whatever, like whatever, we'll try it, whatever. But what I'm going to put in my body, I want to really trust who I'm with. So I did not anticipate for anybody. I didn't have the expectation of like, I'm going to make a sale today. And I think that really helped because I walked away with only encouragement because I felt like what I did was I have a whole entire new market of people that I can reach out to. I have the opportunity to connect with them on Facebook and I start building relationships. And so I feel like if I can do something like that, even just every 3 months, I just feel so good about that. I feel like the in-person things is really so much more about making connections and expanding your market a little bit. And I think going into it with that mindset is different. And like I said, I could have looked at other people, like I said, the Scentsy lady made sales. The little lady next to me that was selling all her little handmade crafts, she was making actual money that day. But for me, it felt like it was all about the energy and feeling confident talking about Plexus in person with people and getting to introduce people to it. So I think that was the biggest encouragement to me. The other thing that I will work on for next time is I think that I will have less samples actually mixed up. I think I had like every flavor of Slim, both 2 flavors of Active, 2 flavors of Hydrate, and I mixed it all up. And I do think Allie was right, 100%. Have it mixed up, have it ready, because if you have to like do it, they're not going to stick around for that. But I think once I just started picking the flavor for them and just saying, here, try this, they would take it. When I would ask them, like, would you like to try something? Even though it was sitting there, it was like so many different options. And so I actually think the less samples, the better. Just and you can have them there. That way, if somebody tries something and they don't like it, you can just be like, hey, we'll try this one then. We'll try this one then. And it can be easy. But I just felt like when I started out with so many, I felt like once I just started pouring that raspberry watermelon and just handing it to people, they would take it every time. I think the samples are really important because people don't expect for healthy things to taste good. And so every single person that tried what I had was like, oh my gosh, like this is delicious. And I'm like, right. And so the other thing that I want to do better about is like when I was dealing with people, I wasn't really prepared for how many people had never heard of Plexus. So then when I went to explain it, I was like, oh gosh, like we have to start from ground zero here. Like they don't know that these are capsules. They don't know about the pink drink. Like I can't say, the famous pink drink you hear people share. They don't know. They have no idea what I'm talking about. And so really trying to break down what the triplex is. I think next time I'll have a bag of Slim if I can, even if I don't have all the sticks in there, but like so that they can kind of see this is what it comes in. You're going to get a bag of 30 like this. I did have the little bottles, which I was thankful for, but I think I will set the gut health combo by itself so that I can be like, this is what you're going to get, because that's kind of what I pushed more, and then tried to be like, and of course we have all these other things, but this is what we're kind of known for. And so I feel like I caught myself being like stumbling a little bit when they were not understanding that they were going to take drink packets that came in 30 packets of Slim, and you just open and it comes with this much and that kind of thing. I feel like if I can work on my wording to get that a little bit more concise and simple and easy to say, that would be my next thing. So I think that's it.
That is so, so good. If you guys have questions for Cami, type them in the chat. But I think everybody is just really like loves these tips going into it. And my challenge to you, Allie and I were talking about this. My challenge to you, I am taking this challenge too because y'all have been like, oh, about in-person events. Get creative in the next, can we say 60 days? You get an in-person event planned and done. Plan and execute, okay? I know we all have some travel in June, so I'm saying 60 days. I think you'll be really excited afterwards. So thank you, Cami, for sharing.
I'm gonna
Um,
say, sorry, I'm gonna say
oh,
one
yeah,
more
go
thing I
ahead.
remembered. And I felt like it was so natural at a vendor event. So the vendor event felt very, is that's why they're here. My brain is trying to think of like I feel like I saw Leslie and her team set up at T-ball one day, or like I'm trying to get creative and think, how could I make it, because I think that's the thing. How can I make it natural to hand people a sample of Plexus for them to try on the spot and to just talk about the
Yeah,
product? So,
yeah,
vendor events are really an easy way to do that. But in my brain, I'm also trying to think of
yeah.
other ways to do that too. So, anyway.
That's so good. That's so good. And when you guys come up with ideas too, share them. We love to like collaborate, share other ideas. Yeah. I think this is where I'm kicking it to you, Allie, so we can talk about things in June and how we can use them to grow our business.
Yes. So y'all, I don't know how I want you to share your excitement because I have a lot of excitement about this, but maybe like put a bunch of ones in the chat or pull your pom-poms back out about this free reset for the next 2 weeks. Who is so pumped? Like we've not had a free reset month. I'm over here. Shake a loo. We've not had a free reset month that things did not move and shake up in here. Okay, so I am so pumped about that. And dollar enrollment. It's not just the free reset. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. So good. Um, and we have our challenge coming up next week, which I'm sure y'all have seen people sharing about the cortisol cleanse. We're calling it a chill challenge. It's gonna be very similar. Y'all, all these things they are like right in alignment. And shout out to the Cami Heath and Kim Hare and Jennifer Sauls for taking it and running it. So excited for that. It's gonna be good to have some fresh faces in there. We're gonna run it in the same group as we did last time, but it'll be chill graphics that Hunter made. Thank you, Hunter Russell. They're beautiful. Um, and y'all, I want us to just take a minute and think about May, if you have not already, right? I think it's so easy to just like charge into a new month and say, like, I hope June's better. Okay, free reset. I hope this is just magically better, or like I'll try to show up more. Um, but I want you to ask yourself, and y'all write this down. Where's my head right now? That's the first question. Where is it at? Because y'all, if we like try to ignore the thoughts that are setting up shop in our mind that are not serving us and just like plow ahead, it's not, I can tell you right now, it's not going to go well. People can sense that. It's palpable. Here's my next question. What thoughts are helping me and which ones do I need to shut down? Like you are being evicted here. Thank you, Hunter, for putting these in the chat. What thoughts are helping me and which ones do I got to shut down? I have to have this conversation with myself on the daily. So, lest anyone think that I do not struggle with head trash, I do, in fact. Okay. But it's how quickly do we move those thoughts in and out and replace them with truth? We can't just move them out because they're going to be like, I'm coming back. Don't forget about me. Anyway, last question. What is my dream for 6 months from now? And what needs to happen in June to make that real? And y'all, I want to share something that Reed, my coach at Plexus, shared with me. He was like, Allie, the reality is that the results that you're having are from like what you did 6 months ago. And he was like, I know nobody really wants to hear that. That's not like shiny. But I was like, ooh, okay. And so thinking about that, like I know some of us, okay, let's talk about 22 hard. Some of us did 22 hard perfectly. I would say a few. So some of us did it moderately, in and out. And then others were like, May was cray. So, like, really, we're on day 2 of June. Think about this month, like, realistically. Um, and instead of saying, like, I hope it's better and I'll try, saying, like, I'm waking up before my kids at this time and messaging 5 people before my kids are up. That's a very different feel. Very different. I'm posting value 4 times a week and following up every single Friday. That is intention. That is a plan. I'm committed to 30 minutes of focused work time during nap time, no distractions, or I don't lay my head on the pillow until I've done 30 minutes of no distracted time. Y'all, here's the thing, your results are always going to match your habits. I wish that it was not true because I would like another option, but it's just, it's the truth. And so now is the time to get very, very clear. I want to encourage y'all, if you haven't already, to fill out your monthly build goal sheet. We can drop that again in the Hope Sharers chat after this, so that way you have it. However you feel about it, write it down, make a plan. And here's one more thing. So sorry. Y'all, who got a free ticket to convention in their email? Please raise your hand. If you're registered for convention, you should have gotten a free ticket. Okay, I also want to know, please put a 2 in the chat if this thought crossed your mind. Well, it's very short notice. I don't think anybody would actually be able to execute in this short of a time frame. Or they probably all have plans, or this would be all the roadblocks to this person getting there, so I'm just not even going to ask. I think, okay, let's see. Who else was like me? Okay, Michelle, thank you for your honesty. Leanne, Kim, Esmeralda, Abigail, Emma, thank you. Yes, all of that. And then I talked to my mother-in-law, who's a very no-nonsense woman. And she was like, no, that's plenty of time. People make plans at that short notice all the time. I'm like, they do? And you're not even in this business. So then I thought, okay, who would I ask if I was not writing their story? And who is going to be offended that you invited them to a fun girls thing where they're going to get filled up, encouraged? I know, Cammie, you would love that, Elizabeth. She's my spirit animal. She's me, but without all the head trash. It's wonderful. Anyway, she calls me out on so many things. But yeah, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go ask. Y'all, I have asked somebody who has not even joined yet because she can't afford the products. I have asked some of my new people that are loving things so far, haven't even been on the products a whole month. Um, some people that live in the state of Texas, I have asked. Um, Nobody has been offended that I asked them. And I'm just thinking these are seeds planted that I believe in them and that I want them to be there. So I want to challenge y'all. Here's another challenge. If you've thought those things and somebody has come to your mind that you have written their story for them, I want to challenge you to invite them. I went to ChatGPT, my friends. I know some people have feelings about it, but it has been my friend. And I said, hey, this is the excitement I'm trying to portray. And this, like, can you help me make it sound like I know this is going to sound crazy, but here's why I think you would love it. And came up with a message I felt good about, and I cranked that thing out. I was like, don't overthink this, Allie. And I've had like 2 people that were like, I'm interested. Let me see if I can. Yes, thank you, Michelle. Even if it's part of the time, and this is what I told these people, even if you can come for 1 or 2 sessions, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. There's no way somebody can walk into convention and not leave with, I'm going to say, an incredible taste of this community and plexus in their mouths because they know how to do it up right. And so, y'all, how many have y'all heard stories? Because I've heard a lot of Jules or Diamonds who their first convention, they like decided last minute, they were on somebody's couch, and that was the beginning of their story. And I know every single one of us want new people sharing with us who are going to catch the vision. And what better place to catch it than convention? So That is your challenge, friends, to go. Hunter shared something I want to read. What did Hunter say? She asked a local Dallas girl who might not be able to do the whole week. Um, yes. Yes. I had somebody, I was like, girl, just register. Even if last minute you can't come, it's a free ticket. Like, please take it. I don't want it to go to waste. So I believe that they expire on the 7th. So y'all, you got 5 days to go take some action. I think. I'm trying to think. Is that all I had, Michelle? Was there
That's
something?
all you have. That's all
Okay.
you have. I'm going to take just the last few minutes because we have a new challenge coming up, and Allie talked about the chill challenge. And like she said, this is one of those things that we could really use to include our current customers. We can invite new people to join in. We have an incredible community, and that is something that sets us apart from any other product you're going to get on a shelf. It just matters. It matters when you have people doing things along with you. And so, number one, chill challenge, using words like cortisol, adrenal support, things like that, that perks up people's ears right now. I don't know if you've seen that a lot on your social media. Like, you're probably going to see more about it because I just said it and your phone was listening. But now, even more, you're going to be aware. Lots of people are talking about this. And so it is really coming off of May-cember. People are feeling stuck. They're feeling burnt out. They're feeling a little stressed. They need to recover. And this is such a good way to get people included. So your new customers, maybe they're having a hard time getting really good rhythm and routine with their stuff. Invite them in. Let this be a supportive place so they can find some community, have some fun, maybe win a prize. And then also remembering, you guys, you're here to offer help and support. You're not bothering anybody. People are looking for support. They want to succeed in their health. That's why they started the products anyway. So you're offering another layer of support. So you're not bothering anybody. And also, you might be thinking, Michelle, it's like almost Tuesday and we're going to start this in a week. Y'all, don't hesitate to invite people. Invite them, even if it's like right up to the day we start, or even the second day, third day. Keep inviting people because there's not like a hard, fast start and stop. Okay. This is something people can jump right into regardless of when they get started. And also, really take some of the stuff that you're seeing in our group, the excitement beforehand, some of the stuff that you learned during the group. I was learning all kinds of stuff that Hunter and Allie were posting. Share that on your social media. Like, share that excitement, share some graphics, share some like screenshots of what people are saying in the comments, because that just builds and um, adds more interest and excitement for what we're doing. And so use those things to really leverage, like getting people included, getting people in, and just spark stuff. I had several conversations just about cortisol when I was inviting people. They're like, oh, is this going to help me sleep better? I've been hearing a little bit about cortisol and sleep. Yes, yes, it will. So just remember that you are here to support people and help them feel their best. And we're helping like the most important people with the most important things. We help mamas, you guys. Like, who who doesn't want to help a mom feel her best so that she can show up for her family? Like, who doesn't want that? Especially in the summer, having energy to play with your kids, having a good mood so that you're fun to be around, and not wanting to, scream at your kids all the time. That is huge. Okay, the graphics for the challenge are coming. Okay, so hold on tight to those and talk about it in your stories. You can use those buzzwords if you want to, or you can talk about the feelings of them too. What it feels like to have brain fog, or what it feels like to want to nap in the afternoon. Okay, there's some already. That's so good. Okay, keep planting seeds, you guys. Even if people don't join you this time, they may catch you the next time around. I've already had 3 people who didn't join in May's challenge say, yes, I'm ready for something like this. May was crazy. We need to kind of regroup a little bit in June. Okay, awesome. Allie, do you have anything else for us tonight?
I do not think so, y'all. Thanks for hanging with us. This was
Yeah. Yeah. So good. And you guys, Tracy's doing well. She's resting like she should. Keep praying for her recovery, and I know she'll pop in more when she can, but we're gonna make sure that she gets the rest that she needs.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything we need to go?
Leanne, I can send you the link. I'll forward it to you.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thanks, Cami, for sharing. And Allie, thanks for sharing your stuff too. That was so helpful. You guys, it's going to be a good month and we get to see each other soon. All right. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you later.
You too.
Bye,
Thanks,
friend.
guys. Bye-bye.